Good evening. Hello, my name is I'm the band director here at Brandywine High School. First of all, thank you all so much for coming out to Brandywine for this event. We're going to get started here in just a few minutes. Just a little bit of background on the group that you see here on stage. So we have representatives here from 15 high schools all across Newcastle County, public, private, charter, you name it. The students are here playing together. You will see a group that's rehearsed approximately 50% of the time that we allotted them to because of yesterday's weather. So because of that, the two pieces that you'll see, there are four in your program. We're going to open with Among the Clouds, Brian Balmages, and we're going to close with An American Elegy. And you'll hear a little bit more about those two. So this group has never played together before until Thursday of this week. They played phenomenally. I think you're going to be impressed with what you hear on stage. And they had a great 2-hour rehearsal before this. So quickly, if you are a band director of one of the students, at least in one of the bands, could you stand up right now so we can see where you are? So none of this can be possible without them and without all of you, the friends, the family, those that support everyone here on stage to get to where they are now, to play at the level that they're able to now. If you could take a couple seconds now and please make sure that your phones and other electronic devices are on silent. This performance is going to be taped, so we want to make sure that we get the best possible recordings so that when it goes out, we've got a great example there. Without further ado, I'd like to invite on stage formally Professor Heidi Sarver from University of Delaware.
technology. Switch. Good evening. Thank you for coming. Mr. Atkins has already said everything I would have said, which means, I guess, I taught one kid right. Work on that, figure it out. These events, this is so out of the context of what these are usually like. These events are, in a preparation point of view, grueling. Now, to be perfectly honest, Thursday, that was 7 solid hours. The 45 minutes for lunch does not count. You know, at the end of 45 minutes, you catch your breath. The brass players take their chops home in a wheelbarrow. The woodwinds have splinters in their bottom, lit from their reed. The flutes and percussion could probably still play forever, but it is what it is. And then you get to come back and you do it again a second day. And I just kind of had this gut feeling, and sure enough, that text message came through at 5-something in the morning from Skylar Atkins. So we're only 2 hours delayed, we'll start at 10 o'clock. Great, I'll go back to sleep and make coffee. Of course, I didn't go back to sleep, I just got up and made coffee. And then about an hour or so later, and we're closed. Woo! How do we recover? I will tell you, I have done these events forever. It feels that way. I have never met a group of young men and women, and you're thinking, yes, she probably says this all the time. No, I honestly don't. I just did one of these in New York City last weekend. I did not say this. I've never met a group of young men and women who do not need to be told to come back onto stage after break. They just got up from the auditorium and came back every time we gave them 5 minutes. And they sat down, ready to go. They did not speak at all. They sat, they responded, they were receptive, they broke out their pencils, they wrote down notes. So, I don't know who you are. Come to Delaware. Be in my band there, that would be great, and teach my upperclassmen not to speak. But it screams the level of maturity that they are. And it is a direct reflection of you, moms and dads and grandparents and aunts and uncles, and all family members with their upbringing and what it is when you come to something like this and get together for the first time with a bunch of strangers and try to create beauty, because that's what music is. So I want to thank all of you for everything that you have done for all of them. And I also want to thank them for all the work that they put in preparing, and it wasn't a lot of time. I'd like to go back and get Friday back, but we can't. Mother Nature always wins. And you know, they don't say it all that often, and they'll recognize it about 20 years from now, maybe sooner if you're lucky. But to all the families, thank you for driving them back and forth, left and right, all the time to rehearsals, to lessons, to selling the sandwiches, the Christmas wreaths, the wrapping paper, or simply saying, how much do you need for the trip because you're not selling that stuff? And everything that you do for them, at some point they will say thank you. Because unless you do that, they don't get to do stuff like this and spend 6, 7 hours with a crazy woman from down the street telling them they're sharp or flat. And the experiences that they have here, those that they're going to remember forever. To the band directors who went out of their way to create this. Skylar, I mean, you saw a need. Newcastle County has never had a county band. This is the first. I remember when I was hired back in '95 when I was hired at the University of Delaware. Immediately went down, did Sussex County Honor Band, turned around the next year, did Kent County. A couple of years, did Kent County and Sussex again. And I made a phone call to a very dear friend who graduated from Christiana High School many, many years ago. I said, what's the deal? What am I not doing right in my own county? They don't invite me to do the Newcastle County Honor Band. Heidi, there isn't one. Oh. Okay. So, thank you for the collaborative effort of all the schools that said there is a need and a want for this. Because at some point it was just students from Newcastle County going to All-State. And students that don't make All-State by like 1 or 2 points never get an experience of a festival. And now they have one. So from the bottom of my heart to all my colleagues in the county, thank you and keep this going. This is critical for all of our schools. This is called giving them a chop break. We're going to do one more song for you, one more piece of literature, because that's what it is. It's called American Elegy. It is an 11-minute work. It is in tribute to and written for the students who lost their lives and the adults who lost their lives in the Columbine shooting. In the middle of the piece, there is a quote from the alma mater. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, could you get it measure 111? This is a direct quote from the middle of the alma mater. And the words are, "We are Columbine, we are Columbine." Pretty simple. Play that. 111, 2, 3, and. So I ask that you listen for that. And, you know, and it's hard for them to understand, you know, the impact of that particular moment that we all lived, and I'm not going to belabor it. I have my politics, everybody has their politics. But this piece is so gorgeous and so heart-wrenching. And it speaks to the people that lost their lives and also to the people that survived it. So I want to thank you all for coming out this evening, spending some time with all of us. I want to thank them for spending part of their life with me and sharing their music with me. And this is Frank Ticheli's An American Elegy.